I always believed my life was a quiet, well-ordered tapestry, a series of carefully scheduled days where every moment was mapped out in my digital calendar. Mornings began with the ritual of a steaming cup of coffee and the soft hum of a familiar playlist, while my workdays passed in a blur of meetings, emails, and routine tasks. Evenings were predictable and safe, a quiet dinner at home, a book, a television show, and then sleep. Yet beneath that carefully maintained facade, there was a secret yearning, a hidden desire for something more daring, more vivid, and infinitely less ordinary. One rainy Thursday afternoon, as I sat at my desk amid the endless clatter of keyboards and the low murmur of co-workers, my phone vibrated with an unfamiliar chime. I glanced at the screen out of habit and was startled to see an email confirmation that I hadn't been expecting. The subject line read, "Your exclusive getaway awaits, confirmation attached." My heart gave a small leap as I opened the message. It was elegantly formatted with subtle flourishes of gold and rich, refined typography. The email detailed an invitation to a secret rendezvous at an upscale resort, a weekend escape complete with an itinerary of elegant dinner dates and exclusive events. The details were meticulous. Check-in was set for 10:45 p.m. at the Solstice Residences, a luxurious haven known only to a select few. The itinerary promised an intimate dinner at La Celeste at midnight, followed by a private after-dark soirée in a hidden lounge. The final line read, "Where elegance meets the untamed night." Code, vivid. I stared at the screen, my mind whirling with a mixture of disbelief and exhilaration. I had never signed up for any such event, nor had I ever mentioned a desire for escape. And yet, here it was, a perfectly crafted invitation addressed to me, as if someone had been watching my every mundane moment and decided I was ready for something extraordinary. That day, as I tried to focus on the spreadsheets before me, I couldn't help but replay the email in my mind. I reread every word, every carefully chosen phrase, wondering if it was a mistake or a secret meant only for me. My pulse raced as I examined the attached itinerary. It was detailed beyond measure. It listed an exclusive room at the Solstice Residences, a private check-in process, and even a schedule of events that promised refined indulgence. I found myself unconsciously scribbling notes in a small, battered journal, the same journal in which I recorded my daily routines and fleeting thoughts. I jotted down the confirmation code, vivid, and tried to recall any earlier hint that might have led to this moment. Nothing came to mind, only an overwhelming sensation that this was the beginning of a hidden chapter in my life. At home that evening, the world outside was a blur of rain and distant city lights. I sat by my window, the soft glow of my desk lamp illuminating the email on my screen. The steady drip of rain against the glass formed a rhythmic counterpoint to my racing thoughts. My rational mind urged caution, to dismiss it as a glitch or an error. And yet, a daring, almost rebellious part of me whispered that perhaps I had been waiting for this very moment, a signal to break free from the monotony that had defined my existence for far too long. After a long, sleepless night spent pondering possibilities and the unspoken promises hidden within the email, I made a decision. I typed a simple reply, "Yes, I confirm," and pressed send. That small act felt monumental, as if I had just taken the first step onto an entirely new path. My heart pounded in my ears as I closed my eyes, imagining the luxurious corridors of the Solstice Residences, the soft murmur of elegant conversations at clandestine dinners, and the thrill of secret getaways that would soon unfold before me. The next day, an undercurrent of anticipation colored everything. At work, the routine tasks that once felt so secure now seemed trivial in comparison to the possibilities awaiting me. I found myself distracted by daydreams of opulent escapes, of sumptuous dining rooms, of quiet, intimate meetings that promised to stir my soul, and of hidden places where the mundane gave way to the extraordinary. I even began to reread the confirmation email during lunch, committing every detail to memory. The itinerary was clear. I was to check in at the Solstice Residences at 10:45 p.m., where a private room would be prepared for me. Later that night, at exactly midnight, an exclusive dinner at La Celeste was scheduled, followed by a secret after-dark gathering in a hidden lounge. The email concluded with a soft promise, "Where elegance meets the untamed night." Every word resonated with me, each phrase echoing a long-suppressed longing for adventure. I left work early that day, my mind brimming with questions and a heart eager for transformation. I hesitated only a moment before informing my closest friend that I'd be taking a last-minute weekend trip. I couldn't tell her the real reason, it was too fantastical, too secret. Instead, I simply said I needed a change, a break from the relentless repetition of everyday life. With a small suitcase in hand and the confirmation email safely tucked away on my phone, I caught a ride to the train station, feeling a strange, electric excitement in the pit of my stomach. Every sound, the click of the platform clock, the murmurs of fellow travelers, the rhythmic clatter of the train, seemed to herald a departure from the life I had always known. The train ride was a medley of emotions, anticipation, nervousness, and an inexplicable sense of destiny. I watched the city recede into a blur of lights and shadows as we sped toward my destination, a place called the Solstice Residences, an upscale resort rumored to be a sanctuary for those who sought an escape from the ordinary. I recalled the email's promise, an exclusive retreat, elegant dinner dates, and the allure of a secret rendezvous that had been hidden in plain sight all along. When I arrived at the Solstice Residences, the building took my breath away. It was a modern masterpiece of glass and steel set against a backdrop of lush, manicured gardens and shimmering fountains. The entrance was discreet yet welcoming, with a small plaque that simply read Solstice. I approached the check-in desk, my heart pounding in my chest. The attendant, a gentleman with kind eyes and an air of quiet sophistication, greeted me by name. "Welcome, Miss Taylor," he said softly, confirming my reservation with a warm smile. I felt as if he knew that this moment was far more significant than a mere hotel booking. He handed me an embossed keycard and a printed itinerary, an elegantly designed document that reiterated every detail of my weekend escape. The final line of the itinerary read, "Where the night unveils its deepest secrets." Code, vivid. I took a deep breath and headed to my room. The suite was luxurious, a spacious retreat with floor-to-ceiling windows that offered a panoramic view of the city's twinkling skyline. The room's decor was understated yet sumptuous, with soft, neutral tones and elegant touches that hinted at a world of refinement and intimacy. I sat by the window for a long moment, gazing out at the sprawling urban landscape, and felt a quiet thrill. It was as if, at last, I was stepping into the life I had always secretly dreamed of, a life filled with hidden escapades, elegant rendezvous, and the promise of a world where passion and sophistication coexisted. As midnight approached, I dressed once more, a final, deliberate transformation into the persona I hoped to embody. I chose an outfit that balanced grace and a subtle hint of rebellion, a sleek, midnight blue dress paired with delicate jewelry that caught the light with each movement. I left my room with a determined stride, heading toward the resort's private dining room where my exclusive dinner at La Celeste was scheduled to begin. Every step felt charged with the energy of possibility, every moment a departure from the safe boundaries of my old life. At La Celeste, the atmosphere was one of quiet opulence. The dining room was a secluded haven, its interior bathed in soft candlelight and adorned with tasteful floral arrangements that lent an air of romance to the space. I was led to a table set for one near a large window that framed the glittering city below, a living tapestry of light and shadow. I sat and took a deep breath as the first course arrived, a delicate amuse-bouche that tasted of truffle and citrus, a perfect overture to the culinary symphony that was to follow. Throughout the dinner, I found my thoughts drifting between the exquisite flavors on my plate and the mysterious invitation that had brought me here. Every dish was a carefully orchestrated experience, a narrative in taste that evoked memories of distant lands and whispered promises of intimate encounters. I recalled the confirmation email, its elegant calligraphy and cryptic final line echoing in my mind, and I wondered who had sent it and why. There was a part of me that felt that this escape was not random, but a long-awaited opportunity to reclaim a part of myself that had been buried under years of monotony. Midway through the dinner, as I savored a rich main course of seared scallops atop a bed of saffron risotto, my phone vibrated with another alert, a new email confirmation. This one detailed a private after-dinner gathering in a secluded lounge within the resort, promising a continuation of the evening's elegant festivities. The message was as enticing as it was cryptic, ending with, "Where whispers and elegance meet in the quiet of the night." Code, vivid. I felt a shiver of anticipation run through me. Every new message seemed to peel back another layer of a secret world that had been hidden in the shadows of my routine. After finishing the sumptuous dessert, a deconstructed chocolate torte that left a lingering taste of bittersweet indulgence, I excused myself from the dining room. My heart pounded as I made my way to the private lounge, the soft hum of conversation and gentle clink of crystal guiding me through opulent corridors. In the lounge, the lighting was dim and intimate, with plush seating arranged in quiet clusters and a live pianist playing soft, haunting melodies that resonated with the hidden desires of the night. I took a seat in a secluded corner, my mind swirling with the events of the evening. I reread the latest email on my phone, a confirmation for a secret rendezvous that promised an intimate encounter under the veil of midnight. The message was signed only with the initial X. I wondered who X might be and what role they played in this intricate tapestry of secret getaways and elegant dinner dates. The sense of mystery was intoxicating, and I felt an almost primal urge to follow the clues. As the night deepened, I began to notice subtle glances and quiet nods exchanged among a select few guests in the lounge, as if we were all part of a hidden community. I couldn't help but feel that each discreet confirmation email was a piece of a larger puzzle, a map guiding me toward a more authentic, unrestrained version of myself. My heart beat faster at the thought that I was not merely escaping the routine, but stepping into a realm where every encounter was an invitation to rediscover the beauty and passion that life had to offer. After a while, the pianist's melody softened, and the lounge took on an almost meditative hush. It was then that my phone vibrated once more with a final discreet message: "Final rendezvous, rooftop garden escape. Confirm within 3 minutes. Code, Vivid." I looked around. A few guests were already making their way toward a narrow, discreet staircase that led to the rooftop. I exchanged a determined glance with myself. It was time to embrace whatever awaited me at the end of the night. I confirmed the message and, with a mix of excitement and trepidation, left the lounge with a small group of others. The narrow staircase took us upward, step by careful step, until we emerged onto a breathtaking rooftop garden. The space was a hidden oasis above the city, a secret world of soft, ambient lighting, lush greenery, and a panoramic view of the urban landscape stretching out into the distance. The air was cool and carried the delicate scent of night-blooming flowers, mingling with the distant hum of the sleeping city. I found a quiet bench beneath a pergola draped in gently swaying vines, and for a long moment, I simply sat, absorbing the majesty of the view and the quiet certainty that this night had changed me. I thought back to every discreet confirmation, every hidden email, every elegant dinner that had led me to this rooftop escape. The realization that my life had been quietly intersected by secret rendezvous filled me with a profound gratitude and a stirring hope, a hope that the extraordinary could be found even in the most unsuspecting corners of our existence. As dawn slowly began to break over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of soft pink and gold, I sat on that bench and allowed myself to reflect on the transformative journey of the night. I realized that every secret encounter had been a stepping stone, a piece of a larger narrative that was now becoming the tapestry of my new self. The misdirected emails and discreet confirmations had unveiled a hidden world, a world where elegance, passion, and the thrill of the unknown danced together in perfect harmony. With the first light of day caressing the rooftop garden, I knew it was time to return to reality. Yet, I carried with me an unshakable resolve, a determination to integrate the magic of those secret rendezvous into my everyday life. I promised myself that I would never again allow the mundane to overshadow the extraordinary, that I would continue to listen to the quiet whispers of the night and follow them wherever they led. On the journey back to my suite at the Solafine, I replayed every detail of the night in my mind: the sumptuous dining at L'Etoile, the tender conversation with Damien, the hidden intimacy of the private lounge, and the breathtaking serenity of the rooftop garden. Each moment was a revelation, a delicate reminder that life's true beauty often lies in the unexpected, in the secret spaces between routine and passion. In the days and weeks that followed, I began to see the hidden patterns in my life with new clarity. Every email confirmation, every discreet alert, became a symbol of the transformation that had begun that night. I started to document my experiences in a leather-bound journal, every venue, every secret rendezvous, every whispered conversation, all captured in detailed prose and careful sketches. These pages became the map of a hidden journey, a record of my evolution from someone confined by routine to a soul awakened by the magic of clandestine escapes and elegant, intimate encounters. I reconnected with old friends and even made new ones among those who shared my passion for living authentically. In hushed gatherings at quiet cafes and spontaneous midnight walks along rain-drenched streets, we exchanged stories of secret escapes and the thrill of breaking free from the predictable. I learned that beneath the surface of our everyday lives, there often exists a hidden world, a world filled with dreams, desires, and the endless possibility of transformation. Every time I received a new email confirmation, each one meticulously designed, each one a promise of an upcoming escape or an elegant dinner, I felt a surge of excitement. They were not mere digital transactions, they were keys to a secret realm that had long whispered to me from the shadows. I embraced them as invitations to step into a more vibrant life, one where every moment was an opportunity to discover something new about myself and the world around me. One crisp evening, as I sat by my window with a cup of tea and the soft glow of twilight as my only companion, I received an especially elaborate email confirmation. It spoke of a weekend escape at an upscale resort known as the Elysian Haven, a place where luxury, mystery, and intimacy converged to create an experience unlike any other. The email detailed a private dinner date at a renowned gourmet restaurant, followed by an after-dark soiree in a hidden lounge accessible only to those who possess the secret code vivid. As I read and reread the confirmation, I felt a deep, unyielding longing stirring inside me, a call to reclaim the parts of my soul that had long been stifled by routine. That weekend, I embarked on the journey with a heart full of cautious optimism. I packed lightly, a few changes of clothes, my cherished journal, and the quiet determination to explore the unknown. I traveled by train to a city I had never visited before, the rhythmic clatter of the train a steady reminder that I was leaving behind the life I once knew. When I arrived at the Elysian haven, I was immediately struck by its beauty. The resort was a marvel of modern architecture and timeless luxury, a place where every detail, from the lush gardens to the shimmering pool, was designed to evoke a sense of wonder and indulgence. The weekend unfolded like a series of carefully orchestrated acts, a private check-in at a luxurious suite, a sumptuous dinner at an intimate restaurant where I was seated at a table set for one with a view of a starlit courtyard, and discreet, hushed moments in elegant lounges where I encountered strangers who, like me, had been drawn to the promise of hidden escape. I met individuals who shared their own secret stories, tales of midnight escapes, clandestine romances, and quiet rebellions against the dullness of everyday life. Every conversation, every shared smile, felt like a spark igniting a long-suppressed part of my soul. Throughout the weekend, I discovered that the email confirmations were more than just messages, they were affirmations of a life waiting to be lived fully. I danced beneath the moonlight in secluded gardens, savored every bite of gourmet meals crafted by master chefs, and, most importantly, allowed myself to be vulnerable with people who, for a fleeting moment, showed me what it meant to live without fear of judgment. As the weekend came to a close and I boarded the train home, I felt transformed. The secret rendezvous and elegant dinner dates had not only quenched a hidden thirst for adventure, but they had also given me the courage to pursue a life defined by passion and authenticity. I returned to my old routines, but I was forever changed, my outlook enriched by the memory of those clandestine nights, my spirit buoyed by the quiet rebellion that had led me to discover a world of endless possibility. Now, when I sit quietly in the early morning light and reflect on the journey that began with an unassuming email confirmation, I feel a profound gratitude for every discreet message, every secret date, every elegant escape that has shaped who I am. My life is no longer a mere sequence of mundane tasks, it is a vibrant tapestry woven from moments of hidden beauty and daring passion. Every email confirmation is a reminder that the extraordinary often lies just beyond the boundaries of routine, waiting for us to embrace it with open hearts. I continue to live each day with a sense of adventure and a commitment to seeking out the hidden wonders of the world. Whether it's a quiet dinner at a hidden bistro, a spontaneous getaway to a luxurious resort, or a discreet conversation with a kindred spirit under the gentle glow of city lights, I know that life's most transformative experiences are those that challenge us to step beyond the predictable and to explore the depths of our own desires. And so, with every new message that arrives in my inbox, I am reminded that the path to a truly fulfilled life is paved with secret rendezvous and elegant escapes, a path that beckons us to rediscover our true selves, to embrace our vulnerability, and to live with the passion and authenticity that our hearts have always yearned for. As I write these words, I can still feel the lingering warmth of those hidden nights, the soft echo of whispered conversations, and the gentle reassurance that even in the quiet moments of solitude, I am part of a larger tapestry, a mosaic of secret encounters, discreet confirmations, and elegant, transformative journeys that have forever redefined the way I live.